Hey guys, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Tara Long, and I'm happy to be a guide or facilitator on your journey to more empowerment, more freedom, more sovereignty within and without. Today, we're going to be talking about some outer stuff, okay? And this is the basic paperwork to do that is actually very important before you move on to things like trusts and even PMA and debt discharge, things like this that are you have to know your ABCs, right, before you can learn to speak. So and read and write and all the things. So this is just doing your basic foundational paperwork first, okay? And I'm just gonna share with you what that is. And of course, if you want to learn about these things in more detail, the whys, the whens, the hows, the whats, all of that, then there's many ways to do that. You can do research on your own and figure all this stuff out. There's a lot of teachers out there. I'm one of them. I have a course called Be Free, and that will take you through, all of this stuff, all the basics, and then introduce you to stuff that comes after that as well, and give you the foundations. The foundational, it's like, when you build a house, you've got to have the foundation, and it can't be made of toothpicks or a house of cards. It has to be solid. So to have a solid foundation, let's talk about what that means with your paperwork in natural law, okay? Three things, two really, and then the third thing is also really cool. But the first thing is correcting your status, okay, from a United States citizen, and I talk about this in the status correction video in more detail, to there's different things that it's called: an American national, okay, a state citizen, U.S. citizen, different things. An American national, but these are the things to do. This is the first thing to do. Okay, you're saying, I am not a 14th Amendment citizen. I am not a indentured servant. Okay, that's not what I am. I am not a U.S. citizen, because a U.S. citizen, whether you know it or not, you are agreeing by being complicit, just even if you don't know what that means, okay? A lot of it is innocent, right? You don't know what it means to be a US citizen. But your silence is the acquiescence, is the consent to the contract, okay, that you have then with all of these quote unquote governmental agencies like the IRS, et cetera, right? You're in contract with them because you're a US citizen. Well, once you pull yourself out of that and correct, because you've never been a US citizen, right? So you're just correcting, you're bringing remedy, right? This is the first remedy. So it's not just about doing paperwork. It's not just about, you're not fighting anything. You're remedying something that already is the case, okay? Number one. Number two, you're doing your ROE, revocation of election. Okay, and if you want to learn more about the more details of that, you can look at my ROE video with natural law. All right, this is canceling your contract with the IRS. That's what this does. Once you're no longer a citizen, you can cancel that contract with the IRS and say, oh my gosh, again, you're remedying something. You're not, you're saying, I'm remedying this. I didn't know before, but now I do, and so I'm canceling my contract. Thank you very much, okay? Number two. The third thing that I recommend doing, okay, that is an administrative process, is getting your assumed name certificate, okay, with the state of Minnesota, your assumed name certificate. And this is you owning and claiming your all caps name as a DBA, to do business as, because that's what it is. It is the all caps name is, some people call it the straw man, the dead entity, the ens legis, the legal fiction, right? It's not you. You are the living woman or the living man. and your all caps name is the only thing that can that other corporations can do business with as a corporation, right? So there's more foundational knowledge there that really needs to be learned to fully understand what that means. But it is an administrative process. But beyond, I mean, if we even set that aside, right, until a later date, that's not like absolutely necessary. That's just a really awesome, very powerful, simple thing to do. But correcting your status, ROEing, okay, then all these other things that you're going to do, right? Maybe you want to have a private membership association. Maybe you want to create a trust. Maybe you want to learn how to discharge some debt, or yeah, there's lots of other things, fun things to do. And these are all processes, but without this foundation, you're on a lot shakier ground as you move forward and go into all these things. And it's not about having fear, it's just about knowing who you are, having the knowledge, okay, and doing it and taking action. Taking action, even if there is a little bit of fear in your system, that's okay. Taking the action because you know it's the right thing. You are ready to remedy. So that's all I want to say. If you want to learn more about that, again, you can find out these things on, there's plenty of stuff online and in books where you can learn how to do these things. If you resonate with how I share, then you can go to my website. I'll put it down below, taralong.com, and you can check out my Create Your Own Private Membership Association course and the Be Free course, which is everything in one. Okay, so you can check that out. Really good information. You can just watch the videos, you know, at your own convenience. And then of course I offer my one-on-one consultations to help you, you know, because everybody's situation might be a little different. So it's just helping you through that process if you'd like. But you cannot, depends on your personality, right? You can do it all yourself also. That's also an option for you. So thank you so much for being here, for listening, for watching, and I wish you a beautiful day. We'll see you next time.